The following is an exclusive presentation of Access TV Sports.
This is the run we've all been waiting for.
She elbowed and Mills got into the crowd. That was crazy.
Maynard's just bleeding all over the place, but he still fires out, puts down the final points, and the crowd are loving this. Look at Maynard go.
Be careful here, Lamarcus. You don't want a big swinging Johnson on your back. It was like a tap just went on, and blood just pissed out of the head of Alvin Leon Brito.
Seconds remaining for a great survival story. She survived.
Double hammer fist, double hammer fist, double hammer fist from this animal.
We told you, Coulter knows how to knock people the fire truck out. That's how Ribs knocks people out.
Again, Sue Knife did it again. You bloody ripper, Don Julio. You crazy, crazy bastard.
Locks out moisture, seals in freshness. Good night, Irene. Thank your mother for the rabbits.
Oh, it's a big kibosh. Here comes the finish. She's done it. She's done it. The big kibosh. That's good night, freaking Irene.
He slammed him unconscious. He slammed him onto the astral plane.
The fairy tale comes true.
Los Angeles plays host to a major night of mixed martial arts action. We're inside the Burbank Convention Center at the Burbank Marriott. Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 13. G'day everybody, I'm Michael Chavello. Great to be here in Burbank. Alongside, as always, my verbal sparring partner, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. Pat, we turn our attention to tonight's main event. It's a welterweight bout as Kevin Holland takes on Chris Millender. Millender 11-3, Holland comes in 9-2. Millender the elder statesman in this contest, and both these men supremely confident of victory here tonight. Pat, how does Curtis Millender win tonight's contest?
Millender is just, in my mind, a really amazing athlete. He's very creative also. He's a sharp guy. He's a thinker when he fights. And he's got beautiful spinning techniques. He can throw techniques from anywhere. He's dangerous with every limb on his body. I mean, this guy's really a really fun athlete to watch.
Millender promising us a victory here tonight in epic fashion. So too does his opponent, Kevin Holland. Holland will come in the underdog, Pat. How does he pull off the upset here tonight?
In my mind, I think Holland would want to take this one to the ground. He is pretty good striking, but he is good on the ground also. I think he might have the edge on the ground actually in this fight. He seems pretty fired up. He seemed pretty angry yesterday when we talked to him, Michael. He's got a bit of an attitude. He might need that tonight.
You know, Legacy Fighting Alliance has become the unofficial breeding ground for the UFC, and both these men have their eye on stepping up to the biggest league of all. As I said, Millender comes in the favourite at -165. The comeback on the underdog, Kevin Holland, is +125. Let's park our peepers backstage now, where Rovin Ronnie Truck has more about this fantastic night.
Yeah, Michael, tonight the light heavyweights are also in the spotlight here at LFA 13. We have 3 big bouts from that weight division and 6 top prospects looking to put the LFA light heavyweight division on notice. Here are the 3 matchups going down in Burbank tonight. I suggest you try not to blink during these fights because these heavy hitters know how to finish a fight early, beginning with Jordan Powell and Dominic Reyes. 10 combined finishes in 13 combined wins for those two. Then there's Haji Bestive taking on undefeated Alonzo Menafield. Bestive, all 4 of his professional wins have come under a minute. His victories took 38, 32, 35, and only 20 seconds. That's a total fight time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And finally, Antonio Arroyo and Hirdam Aladrabek. 5 first-round finishes between those two, making their USA debut tonight. Michael, we are expecting fireworks, and with victories tonight, any of these athletes have a strong argument that they should be included in the Access TV light heavyweight rankings. Michael.
Thank you, Ron. Well, Pat, it's our last time together on air here on Access TV. Let's take you through the rest of the card here tonight at Legacy Fighting Alliance number 13. We are going to have some fun. We've got Kyler Phillips taking on Johnny Quiroz, Hirdam Aladrabek taking on Antonio Arroyo at light heavyweight, and Trent Moe from Louisiana takes on the wrestler from Cuba, Michael Perez, at a catchweight. Also, Alonso Menefield takes on Kaji Bestayev. Could be the fight of the night. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Same two for Dominic Reyes versus John Howell. And Karen Davidevian back in action. He takes on Sammy Leera. Pat, take us through tonight's rules.
I'll do that for you, Michael. The California State Athletic Commission will oversee tonight's LFA event. Unified rules will be used, which means elbows to a downed opponent are legal. All the fights tonight are 3 5-minute rounds, and the 10-point must scoring system will be used.
All is in readiness here at LFA number 13 in Burbank, and we kick it off with this one. It should be an absolute cracker as Kyler Phillips 3-0 takes on Johnny Quiroz. Let's go up to the ring announcer as always for LFA. It's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live around the world on Access TV from the Burbank Marriott Convention Center here in Burbank, California for LFA 13, Millender versus Holland. Tonight's event is brought to you by Private Internet Access, Inca Cola, and USED. Tonight's fights are sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, overseen by Commissioner John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster, and your event supervisor Sean Wells. Your judges cage side tonight, Gene LaBelle and Ron McCarthy. Your third judge and referees in charge of the action once we get underway, Mike Beltran, Frank Trigg, and Mike Bell. Your physicians octagon side, Dr. Rhonda Rond and Dr. Blair Cranston. Your timekeeper tonight, Mike North. Your LFA Cup man tonight, as always, David Maldonado. Ladies and gentlemen, now time for our first fight here at LFA 13. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Johnny the Hero Quiroz.
Dreams of living large, wearing shiny suits, driving fancy cars, buying houses up in the hills, make enough money to pay my friends' bills.
Johnny Quiroz makes his way to the octagon for the first fight here tonight at LFA number 13, a purple belt in BJJ. Had a 4-week training camp in preparation for this one. Said it's the first time he's ever actually had a camp. He always takes notes on short notice, does Johnny Quiroz. Says Kyler's technical, but he's young. He's not man-strong yet. Says Kyler's always fought small opponents, never fought a man of his length, of his height. First time at 135 for Johnny Quiroz. Says he's going to wreck Kyler Phillips tonight. El Sancho in the LFA on debut.
And he feels that, you know, in his mind, he's fought a lot tougher opponents. He had a lot of amateur experience also coming into it. He feels he's got a big edge in experience overall, quality of opponents, and saying that his opponent does not have man strength. I got to be honest with you, he's kind of on that. I found that guys generally don't hit the strongest part of their careers and of their lives physically until they're about 28 years old to about 34. That's when people are generally the strongest that I've figured out over the years, Michael.
This one should be a ripper to kick off LFA number 13. We're expecting a sellout inside the Burbank Convention Center tonight, as Mike Beltran gives the final look over of El Sancho, Johnny Quiroz.
Opponent making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Kyler Matrix Phillips.
Undefeated 21-year-old Kyler Phillips, they call him Matrix. 6-week camp for Killix. Says he will knock out Johnny Quiroz tonight. Says it'll come with the hands. If you've seen Phillips fight before, you know that he has very good boxing. Mixes styles together very well, from boxing to Muay Thai, from a traditional martial arts background. He's also an IBJJF Jiu-Jitsu world champion. That was back in 2012. He wrestled in high school, was a California Interscholastic Federation champion in 2013. Holds a red belt in Nikadokai. Says that Johnny Quiroz has a big heart, will come out swinging hard, kicking hard, but he's ready for anything Quiroz has to him tonight, Pat.
Phillips, I'm telling you right now, the way they're talking about this young man, he's destined for great things in his career, barring any major catastrophic injuries. he's definitely headed for big things. Everybody in the camp is singing his praises.
Let's look at the tail of the tape for this opening matchup of LFA number 13. Kyler Phillips undefeated 3-0. Here's 8 years the younger, 2 inches the shorter. Has a slight weight advantage over Quiroz. Quiroz has the reach in the arms. Both men 38 inches long in the legs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division. It is brought to you by the Wounded Warrior Project and Venom Fight Gear, the official glove of the LFA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This boxer, jiu-jitsu style fighter, stands 5'10", weighed in 134.5 pounds. Holding a professional record, 2 wins, 1 defeat, with 1 win coming by way of submission. Training out of California MMA and Fitness, and fighting out of Long Beach, California, Johnny the Hero Quiroz. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a Nikki Dokai style fighter, standing 5'8", weighed in 135 pounds, holding a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 via submission. Training out of the MMA lab and fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, Kyler Matrix Phillips. Your referee in charge of the action is Frank Trigg.
You got your instructions in the locker rooms. Any questions, Blue? Any questions, Red? Touch yourself at all times, remember commands at all times, touch gloves, go back to your corners, come out swinging.
My former verbal sparring partner, Twinkle Toes, Frank Trigg. Third man in the octagon for this one. My first time seeing Trigg referee a fight, Pat.
Something to say about getting athletes involved, former athletes involved in this type of stuff. He's obviously got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge on the sport, so it's great.
Here we go, first round of action. Both these men very capable with their hands. The taller, longer Johnny Quiroz in the red trunks, and they tie up early on. Overhook on the left arm of Kyler Phillips. He tries to crack an elbow off the right.
Phillips looking good so far. Good flurry out of him.
Expecting a violent night tonight in Burbank. Turning heel kick there from Phillips. Quiroz trying to pounce on him on the upcut.
Right away in that single. Head on the inside.
Can they break off? Right hand to a left hook there from Johnny Quiroz.
Neither guy gun shy.
Little step through knee, going for the gut muncher there, Quiroz.
Quiroz got some unique footwork.
Phillips goes high, right roundhouse hook, looking for the headache maker, turning back kick. Solid start from both of these men. Double jab, overhand right. Big money shot on Quiroz, that overhand right. And it will be interesting to see how Kyler Phillips fares against a taller, longer opponent. Looks for an overhand right of his own.
Quiroz landing a little bit now.
High kick from the young Kyler Phillips.
Look at him shuffling his feet, Quiroz.
Fancy footwork here from Quiroz, yeah. Dead center of the octagon, fires an uppercut and a left hook, both missing the target. Entertaining first minute 40 or so.
Phillips currently taken back a little bit by the movement of Quiroz.
No mustard behind those punches of Kyler Phillips. Fires out of Mike Garrity off the back foot to no avail. Circles off counterclockwise. Got to be careful when he goes in a clockwise direction, not to drift into that right hand of Quiroz.
I'd say so.
See Quiroz just pouring with that lead hand, trying to gauge his distance. Kick to the liver there, turning back kick. Well, Kyler was complaining to Frank Trigg about something. Trigger would have none of it.
Quicker on your feet. Let's go, kid. Quick.
Oh, man.
Beautiful right hand. He tags it.
He stung him big time.
And Quiroz stuck out his hands to say, come on, you're going to back up or you want to juke it out. He's doing a bit of a shuffle in center octagon now, Quiroz.
It's like one of the Irish line dancing.
Hordes of Flatbush. Is that it? River dance.
The river dance. There you go.
Overhand right, Kyler Phillips telegraphed that one. So did Quiroz.
Phillips seems to get a little wild here. I think he got taken out of his game a little with all the footwork, the overhand right connecting like it did.
Wild overhand right there from Kyler Phillips, the shorter of the two. Quiros has done a great job of controlling center octagon for most of this first round. Fires a right hand down the tube. Phillips rocked by that one.
Phillips is mean.
Quiros staying in close now. Quiros dancing again. Phillips resets himself. Look for the right hand here of Quiros. Phillips jabs, no right hand for company. Little hook, but he caught him on the shoulder.
Posture was bad. He bent over too much. Hard to throw a punch from that position. Bend your knees, not your waist.
High kick. Trying to lock the head off there. Kyler Phillips comes in undefeated 3-0. Phillips. Quiros 2-1. Goes to the outside thigh. Didn't connect though. Oh, and Quiros says that's how you do it, fella. Got that length in those legs. He can use the leg kicks well. Chin up in the air. Confident is Quiros that Phillips can't tag him up there.
Quiros bouncing like a taekwondo
And
guy.
he does tag him with a left hook. That'll teach you to tuck your chin. Spinning back kick. Looking for the sternum area. And Quiros says anything you can do, I can do just as well. Kyler dancing now. High on the balls with his sweep. Quiros has gone flat-footed. Looking for the liver continually with that turning back kick, but Quiros is seeing them coming.
I mean, set it up with a combo and, you know, throw a left hook deliberately to miss that starts that spin. Oh, dude, he tried to slide in. He was going to do a baseball slide into a leg lock or something.
Up kicks there from Quiros. A little bit of leg slinging from Kyler Phillips. Finishes the round into the first. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Militich, at R. Krupp.
Sit up a little bit. I want you to stretch your belly out. Hey, listen.
Carroll's doing a great job. He just took that short step, straight right, and really stung him. That was a loud punch when it landed. There's Carroll's landing the right hand again. Really just kind of big brothering the heck out of Phillips right now so far in this fight. Muscling him around a little bit. Definitely more power, and then Carroll's got a little cocky, and left hook lands on the neck.
Let's go. Let's go.
Carroll's came back, shook his head. Nope.
Get up. Let's go.
Ready to roll second round. Quiros taking the first, no doubt about it. 2 rounds remaining. Will it go that fast? Both men were hunting for the knockouts in the first. It was Quiros looking for the jaw with his right hand. Phillips looking for the body with his turning back kicks.
I don't care what kick it is, you need to set it up with your hands. Very important, unless you're just lightning fast.
Unless you're Lurdzilla, Pat.
Yes, good point.
Again, Quiros immediately getting the authority in center cage. But his chin very high in the air still, and it allows the counter strikes from Kyler Phillips.
Phillips not using any feints and fakes. Got to get into that more. Got to get Carroll's off his game a little bit.
Quiros trying to push him back. Phillips won't go there. Battle for center cage at the moment. Double jab from Johnny Quiros. You hear Quiros' corner saying, watch the spin. Tried to catch and counter there, did Johnny.
Nice, gave it a nice hard right at the end there. Hit him on the chest, I believe.
Jab to the overhand right. Quiros just getting out of dodge. High kick there from Kyler Phillips.
Phillips did a great job moving across the floor with his jabs and then stopped moving with his cross. And went too shallow.
Under the spinning back fist and gets a takedown on Quiros. What can Phillips do now? He takes the back of Johnny, and Johnny may be in trouble.
Not used it there. Now he gets hand control.
Good defense from Johnny Quiros. Corner coaching Quiros through this situation. Phillips looks to strangle him. Quiros defends. Now the tide turns. Quiroz was dominating the stand-up. Now Kyler Phillips has his chance on the ground.
Quiroz looking at the screen, looking at the big screen on the wall while he's fighting this. Maybe you should turn your monitor around for him. Huh?
It'd be too advantageous, Pat. There's a big screen at the entryway of the fighters. They've both got their back to that screen at the moment, so it would be hard for either of them to gauge their position that way.
Yeah, they spun around, but initially, Quiroz was staring right at that thing.
Kyler Phillips, the 21-year-old, has plenty of time to try and find the sub in the second round here. Twinkle toes, Frank Trigg policing these events.
Quiroz holding on to those gloves for life. Look at him. Got one trapped in between his bicep and forearm. The other one he's reaching across and grabbing, or was.
Phillips wants to choke him out. Very sweaty bodies here. Mike Jackson was telling us earlier it's very hot in the octagon tonight. A lot of lights here in Burbank.
Blocking the leg. Quiroz grabbed the cage, though. Trigg was yelling at him.
Trying to flatten him out. Quiroz still defending. Going to soften him up a little more here. Kyler Phillips, 1 minute 45 remaining in the second round.
Quiroz did a beautiful job of mule kicking out of those legs being in. Got one of them out.
Phillips a chance to reset here. Some blood just under the lip of Johnny Quiroz. Is he going to succumb to the choke? It's not around the neck yet, and Quiroz defends. Phillips is giving it a red-hot go here in the second round, all over Quiroz.
Yeah, working very hard. Constant readjustments with the legs, the hips.
Reins in those right hands again. Does Kyler Phillips, under a minute remaining, and the second stands up.
You know, Phillips would be okay if he would maybe take the leg out and start just punishing right now. You don't always have to have your legs in on somebody.
Snakes the arm again. Can't get it around the neck. It's around the chin at the moment. Gives up on that.
Phillips doing a great job of defending. Good hand control. Quiroz, sorry.
30 seconds now. This is going to be Kyler Phillips' round. Tries to set the choke again here. Phillips, Quiroz glancing towards his corner. How tight is this? No, Quiroz defends, and he may see up the round here, Johnny Quiroz. And you feel he's got to keep it standing as much as he can in the final round. That's where Quiroz's dominance was in the first. He has been absolutely owned in the second. High kick from Phillips, looping punches, and a turning back kick. We've got ourselves a fight going into the third.
Johnny, let me warn you again, for grabbing the cage or grabbing his gloves like you, taking the points. You understand? Don't do it again.
Twinkle toes, Frank Trigg laying down the law.
It's okay. I want you to box him this time. Keep your movement. He cannot handle you. Listen, look at me.
Look at me for a minute.
That's the sage advice, Pat. I want you to box in that round. The right hand in the first round is what did the most damage on Kyler Phillips. Quiroz has got to keep it standing. Got to use that range, that length.
Nothing fancy. Just go out and use your boxing skills. Don't get crazy. No spinning techniques. You don't need it. Go out and grind it out.
19 points apiece after two. Inseparable, says Pat Miletich. How do you score it at home? Let us know on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Miletich, at RCruck. It's Quiroz in the red trunks, Kyler Phillips in the white trunks from inside the Burbank Convention Center. Oh, right hand smack bang to the kisser. Beautifully done from Kyler Phillips, and Johnny Quiroz wore it well.
Phillips trying to get the takedown, punching his way in here. Got the hands locked. Oh, broke the grip.
Drops Phillips down, looking for that double leg. Oh, elbow, tried to hack his ear off, Van Gogh style.
That was a great elbow. Right away, Phillips had to get wrist control there. Karros was going for a choke. Oh, man.
Oh, Quiros on the ground, not where he wants to be. What will Kyler Phillips do here? I don't think he's going to invite him up. Plows him with the right hand, takes the back of Quiros, mounts him.
He needs to punch now.
He does.
Quit going for the choke, start punishing Quiros.
So Kyler Phillips back to the position he spent most of the second round in, the position that won him the round. And it's all for Quiros to defend. Those little heel kicks to the inside thigh there from Kyler Phillips.
This could be a very long 4 minutes if he can't finish him here.
More of those annoying inside thigh heel kicks from Kyler Phillips. What does Quiros do here, Pat?
Well, I mean, he's got to get his back to the mat. You know, get one leg loose, climb out over the leg of Phillips, get his back to the mat and start working back to the guard. You know, just giving up his back too dang easy in this fight.
Oh, that almost, yeah, that put him on the groin, and Frank didn't see that one, Frank. There was a grimace from Quiros. Trigger says, no, not enough testicular punishment for me. Yeah, that's to the groin. Poor bastard's getting kicked straight in the testes, and, well, what do? Trigger says it's not enough to warrant a caution.
That's because he hit Matt Hughes with a low blow. And the referee didn't stop it. The referee didn't stop it.
Let it go, Pat. Let it go.
No, I was mad at Mario Yamasaki, not Drake.
Yeah, you almost left in the cage that night.
I might have got barred from going to any UFCs forever after that one.
Oh, Quiros is just above the sweet spot. That's going to hurt.
Triangle coming, yep. He stuck his arm inside the legs to get out of there. There's the triangle. You invite it when you do that.
BJJ world champion, and you see why from Kyler Phillips. So many options on the ground, hunting for a triangle now.
Karros, nice job posturing up to get out of this. Oh, beautiful sweep.
Takes the back again, does Kyler Phillips.
Just start punching. Control from there and punch. Yeah.
What's going on here, Pat?
Well, I mean, he's got that far side wrist control. He needs to be hitting in here, inflicting damage. Yeah, breaking down with that. See how he broke him down with that wrist control. And just punish it. Just keep punching.
On the back of Quiros again. Horses don't have men on their backs for this long. Quiros has been there for all the second round, most of this third round.
Quiros got to get him off to the side here. Got to dump him somehow here.
1 minute 13 remains. Can Kyler Phillips find a finish? Quiros grimacing because those heels are just going to the top of the groin. Under a minute now.
Frustrating.
Full mount. Quiros was so impressive in the opening round with his stand-up, and not able to defend the ground stuff from Kyler Phillips in the second and third has put him way behind on the scorecards, on our scorecards at least.
Going for a banana split.
It's become a common move over the last few shows, Pat.
Karros, now Karros going for a leg lock. Check it out.
Quiros looking for a submission of his own.
Reverse heel hooks on each other. Oh, buddy, that's bad stuff. That hurts. That spiral fractures the leg.
10-second ticker about to sound. There it is.
He's locking, trying to lock it up.
There will be no final second submission here. We are going to the judges for the first time tonight. A fantastic contest between Johnny Quiros and Kyler Phillips.
I think Phillips will learn a lot from this fight. I think he gets out of it with a decision victory, most likely, and learns a lot from it. He can go back and watch this and really figure some things out.
Beautiful venue here in Burbank. The crowd continues to file in very early here on the West Coast, only 6:30 p.m. And they were treated to a solid opening contest.
Frustrating to lose 2 rounds with a guy on your back the entire time. There's both these guys trying to unload on each other.
Trying to impress Judo Gene LaBelle down there, Pat.
Yes, sir. Now here he is going for the banana split, Phillips is, and then right away Carroll's countering, going for the heel hook, hunting the leg lock, forgetting about his own leg. Now they're both in a potential reverse heel hook, which is, in my mind, the most devastating submission in the sport. I've seen some horrible, horrible leg injuries from that dang submission.
You ever get caught with one?
I've never gotten caught with one in a fight, certainly. In practice a few times. And Dave Monet was the best probably leg locker I ever rolled with. And if you left your legs hanging out, Dave would get them.
Johnny Quiroz in control in the first round, slipped away from him in the second and third on the ground. And we're going to go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of MMA, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Gene LaBelle scores about 29-28. Judge Ron McCarthy scores about 29-26. And David Michael Bell scores about 29-26, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Kyler Matrix Phillips.
No doubt about it, Kyler Phillips takes it, improves his record to 4-0. A young man certainly going places. Okay, it's time to park our peepers backstage once again here in Burbank. And it looks like Roven Ronnie Kruk has Curtis Millender.
That is exactly right, Michael. Curtis Millender, you will be fighting in the LFA for the first time and here on Access TV Fights. Now, Curtis, you had 4 fights in the Bellator promotion. Is there anything that you took away from that experience that will help you in your debut tonight?
Just not to let these great experiences go to waste. You know, I'm here to show the world that I'm the best in the world, and tonight it's just another show.
You're taking on a very confident Kevin Holland tonight, who called you yesterday, quote, just another stepping stone. Do you feel that maybe he's underestimating you?
Oh, he definitely is. If he thinks I'm just a stepping stone, it's going to be bad news for him tonight.
Well, you have been doing some exceptional fighting here recently. You're going for your 4th straight victory tonight. Give us a few details. What do you need to do to ensure that you get your hand raised?
Just do what I always do. Stay long, stay rangy, and make everything hurt.
Very good. All right, Curtis, best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Keep roving. And, folks, the first of the light heavyweight bouts is up next. The undefeated Swede taking on the first-round finisher, Antonio Arroyo. We'll be back right after this. It's going to be a rip snorter. Welcome back to Los Angeles, California. Tonight we're in Burbank for Legacy Fighting Alliance number 13. A night of prophesized violence from our fighters when we spoke to them yesterday. And this next matchup certainly promises that. It's the first of our light heavyweight bouts. The light heavyweights truly featured on tonight's card. It's Antonio Arroyo taking on Hirdim Alachebek.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Antonio Arroyo.
The Brazilian via Albuquerque. I thought that was me on camera there for a moment. Paddy looks a little like me, that gentleman. Jeez, I thought, what the hell? That's freaky. Who is that guy, Pat? That's his trainer. I don't know if he's going to be filling in for me when I leave. I'm kind of freaked out by that.
He's your stunt double.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Okay, let's get back to it. Oh, that's freaky, Pat. 2 weeks notice for Antonio Arroyo. Pat, take it over as I apply the Vaseline here to Arroyo. I'm too freaked out.
Where were you at? I was looking at him.
It's like being at a moving Madame Tussauds wax museum for me. That's crazy. Only 2 weeks notice though for Arroyo from Brazil out of Albuquerque. Training says he's trying to be more creative in his striking, has very good scrambling, has been working on his wrestling. Says he beats Heerdem in the stand-up tonight. The plan is to move a lot against the Swedish fighter.
I tell you what, both these guys are rough cats. This could be definitely fight of the night.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Heerdem Alajokabek.
Originally from Stockholm, Sweden, now based here in LA, it's Heerdem Alajokabek. 3 months training for Alajokabek. A very good puncher, very fast hands. He's good against the cage, solid ground and pound. Says he doesn't know too much about Arroyo, but he knows that Arroyo's got very strong kicks. We spoke to the Swede yesterday. He said, I predict I'll finish him on the ground. LFA debut for the 25-year-old who brings in a 2-0 record pack.
And he's also got Kevin Casey in his corner. Got a lot of great guys to train with, a lot of big men, guys his size, which always helps. And I'm sure rolling with Kevin Casey does not hurt at all.
Longtime training partner of UFC's Alexander Gustafsson and Ilia Latifi. Says Arnold Schwarzenegger was his inspiration for coming to the US. Made the jump to mixed martial arts after competing in Greco-Roman wrestling. Tell the tape for this one. Alajokabek 2-0, is 2 years the younger. Has the weight over Arroyo. Is 1 inch longer downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA light heavyweight division. It is brought to you by Smart Stop, Asset Management, and Grunt Style Patriotic Apparel. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Jiu-Jitsu Muay Thai style fighter stands 6'2", weighed in at 201.8 pounds, holding a professional record 4 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout, 2 via submission. Training out of Jackson Wink MMA and fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Antonio Arroyo. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 6'2", weighed in 205.8 pounds, holding a professional record 2 wins, 0 defeats, with all 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Training out of Black House MMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Heerdem Alajokabek. Your referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran.
Antonio. Bring it in. All right, gentlemen, been over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want. At the sound of the bell, come on out and handle your business. Let's go.
Rapunzel, Mike Beltran with the final instructions. I was speaking to Rapunzel before the fights, Pat. It's taken him 9 years to grow that epic moustache. 9 years.
It's incredible.
Says he takes it out of the rubber bands and conditions it every 3 weeks.
All right, gentlemen, first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Huddle, let's go.
The moustache majestically sways, and we are underway. Alajokabek in blue trunk, Arroyo in the black and red. Nice jab to Kangaroo to open up here from Arroyo.
Quick hands.
Ooh, a punt kick. It's not a front kick, it's a punt kick where you're trying to kick like you kick a football.
Watch your fingers, Antonio. Watch your fingers.
Double jab, right hand from Alajokabek. He almost walked into a knee. Double leg here from the Swede.
Alajokabek strong.
Takedown from Alajokabek inside the guard.
Legit wrestler.
Now the Swede likes to ground and pound. Can he posture up here and land some big salvos on Arroyo?
Take your time, brother. Bring him to the cage.
And some elbows from the bottom.
The Oracle Pack saw it coming from Arroyo, who looks to control Alajokabek's posture again.
Nice job getting him off center.
In the pass there, Alajokabek, to no avail though. Keeping him inside that closed guard is Ahoyo. Alachevek now with the trying to open up a money box on top of Ahoyo's head.
It's that fine line between, you know, you control them as long as you can down close. Then when they start to posture up and they're slipping away from you, you got to create space so they can't reach you as easily. It's kind of a back and forth battle. Look at him going for an arm triangle on Royal.
Aggressive start here from Herdem Alachevek. Cuts in the hip a little. Full side control now for Alachevek.
He's a bear on top, man.
Dropping those elbows, trying to slice the ear off and drop one to the orbital.
Nice position. He's heavy right now on top of Royal.
More elbows from the Swede.
Take your time. See if you can lock the head.
Royal carry all of his weight.
Put some pressure for the mouth.
Definitely don't want to lay flat on your back with a guy like this. It crushes you. It really makes it tough to breathe when somebody's chest to chest with you like that.
Mike Beltran right on top of it here. Corner says take the back, and Alachevek responds. Ahoyo back to his feet, turns into him. Well done from Ahoyo.
Yeah, going for another ride, though, I fear. Alachevek's got his hands locked. Let's see. He's trying to get him lower so he can step in. Yep, there it is.
Big takedown again from the Swede. Alachevek, and his corner applauds him.
Royal's mistake, when you get up, you're going to have hand control so they don't get back in on that double leg like that against the cage.
Back to his feet, the Swede. Ahoyo trying to keep him at bay. Oh, how taste my feet.
Threw that leg to the side. Blasted him.
Back to the dominant position for Alachevek. Cracks the knuckles of the left hand between the eyes of Ahoyo.
It's like Fedor-esque with those strikes.
Fedor-esque. Half guard now.
Keep the underhook, brother. Left arm underhook.
Amethyst strike to the thigh. Inventive.
That's it. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
What does Ahoyo do here, Pat?
Well, he's got to get him at least back to guard, move his hips. Nice, got back. Oh, he almost got back up. He slipped. Dang.
Nice right hand, trying to shave the beard of the Brazilian, who's looking for up kicks. Plows him with that right.
He's got some powerful punches.
This is a superb first round so far from Alachevek. Takes the back of Ahoyo, looks to put the hooks in, does the Swede.
Royal defending there with the hand control, trying to stop that choke.
Are we going to see our first finish of the night? Alachevek! It's good night, Irene! Herdem Alachevek taps out Antonio Ahoyo in the first round.
Great performance. Just out-wrestled him, out-hustled him. Very physical fighter, good technique. Aggressive.
Never seen him before. I'm sure you're going to see a whole lot more of Herdem Alachevek.
Whoever fights him in the future might want to make sure they stop his takedowns. Don't want to be underneath him. Gets another chance here. Watch him crossface, move to the back. Just that crossface to stop Arroyo from pivoting with him so that he could take his back. Laid some heavy leather in here. And Arroyo made the mistake of putting his hands on the mat to get up and not get his hands on the wrists of Alachevek, and that cost him the fight right there.
Good sportsmanship, both men having a little chat, little hug, little slap and a tickle. Let's go to Mike Kendall to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the fight. 3 minutes, 51 seconds into the very first round for your winner by tap out to the rear naked choke, Herdem Alachevek.
Herdem Alachevek causing waves here in LFA, and he's with Rovin Ron.
Herdem Alachevek, this was your first fight here in the United States, your first fight here in the LFA, and your first victory in almost 2 years. How satisfying is this?
It's a very satisfying feeling for me right now. I've been training so hard, I've been putting a lot of work in, but with the support of my friends and my family over here, I managed to do this. I won.
Yes, you did, and the support of your teammates at Black House. You had Kevin Casey over there, just to name a few. How key is it to train at a gym like Black House?
It's excellent. I mean, we got Hickson Gracie black belt with Kevin Casey. We got an All-American over here, Kenny Johnson. He's been helping me every day. I mean, I'm just grateful.
You said you were going to finish him, and that's exactly what you did, pouncing on him from the opening bell. Take us through the end of that fight and how you ended it.
I felt he came out pretty strong. He tried to hit me with some punches, but also I was confident in my wrestling abilities, and well, I took it there. That was what played out.
Hiram Alajabek, very impressive tonight. He remains undefeated, improves to 3-0. Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron, and well done to Hiram Alajabek, the big, hard-hitting Swede. Well, folks, Trent Moe steps back in the octagon to face the Olympic wrestler from Cuba. It's a 130-pound catchweight. When we return, it's LFA 13 on Access TV. Tonight on New Japan Pro Wrestling, our Summer of Strong Style kicks off with Kazuchika Okada defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Minoru Suzuki at the beginning in Sapporo. Jim Ross and Josh Barnett have the call for 2 hours of coverage tonight at 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific, right after LFA 13. All right. We move along with our card, and this one should be a ripper. Trent Moe takes on the Cuban Olympic wrestler Michael Perez at a 130-pound catchweight. Let's go to Michael Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our third fight here at LFA 13. Please welcome, making his way to the octagon, fighting out of the blue corner, Michael Perez.
He's a physical specimen, 34-year-old Michael Perez from Huntington Beach, originally from Cuba. Made his LFA debut in Pueblo. We saw him only recently incurred his first ever loss. So he's back quickly, Pat, to try and get a win in LFA on his record.
Yeah, he really ran into problems experience-wise, well-roundedness-wise, things like that. He obviously has been able to depend on that world-class wrestling a lot in his fights. But he ran into a tough hombre here. Here he goes for a banana split. Usually will tear some muscles and some connective tissue. But it was a war between these guys. And he learned a lot, I'm sure, from this fight. Wants to get back on the horse right away and get a victory.
Michael Perez, only been training in mixed martial arts for about 2 years. Moved to the US in 2015. Won gold at the Pan American Championships 2009, representing Cuba in the Beijing Games in 2018 freestyle wrestling. Competed in the same bracket then as Henry Cejudo, lost his first round matchup to Rizvan Gadjev of Belarus. Trains alongside Sabina Marzo. You may remember her head kick from LFA 9. And once again, great to see Michael Perez back in the LFA octagon.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Trent Moe.
No wasting time, streaming down the catwalk for Trent Moe. From Abbeville, Louisiana. We've seen plenty of Moe before. He was 2-1 with Legacy, 1-0 with LFA, and the career-high win last time against Cal Machado. Moe, who worked in his ground game in a 4-week camp, learning to use his speed, wrestled every day, worked on his footwork, says he knocks out Michael Perez tonight with a left high kick. Certainly, you figure, Pat, on the stand-up, as long as it stays on its feet, Moe should have Perez's number.
Moe is, I'm telling you, this kid is fun to watch, always going to be exciting, very technical.
Very underrated too, Pat.
Very underrated. This guy is tough as nails. And the fact that he's training with Eric Paulson, his grappling is going to be very good. Eric Paulson one of the best catch wrestlers out there, certainly a great coach.
Here's a tale of the tape. Experience in MMA at least goes the way of Trent Moe. He is 4 years the younger, 1 inch the shorter, has the reach in the arms by an inch, gives up a halfer in the legs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in an LFA catchweight at 130 pounds and is brought to you by Alienware, the ultimate gaming experience. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'6", weighed in at 130 pounds, holding a professional record 3 wins, 1 defeat, with all 3 wins coming by way of submission. Training out of King's MMA and fighting out of Huntington Beach, California by way of Cienfuegos, Cuba, Michael Perez. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a catch wrestler standing 5'5", weighed in 130 pounds, holding a professional record 6 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 draw, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 via submission. Training out of CSW headquarters and fighting out of Fullerton, California, Trent Moe. Your referee in charge of the action is Mike Bell.
Michael, let's go. All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions backstage. Defend yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Best of luck to both of you.
David Michael Bell, our referee for this one. Trent Moe against Michael Perez. Stand-up versus wrestler. This should be interesting. Moe says he'll knock him out. Head kick off the left.
Moe shaking his head no about touching gloves.
Trent, you ready, Trent?
It's all business for Trent Moe.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to waste any time. Bounds out of his corner. Very underrated fighter, but let's see how he fares if Perez can put him on his back, because then Moe will be in trouble.
Tell you what, Perez coming back off a loss against a guy like Trent Moe. He's not ducking anybody, let's put it that way.
Spitting off a lot. Is it more than he can chew? Well, like they say, when you bite off more than you can chew, just chew like buggering. Oh, nice overhand right from the Cuban early on.
Moe didn't even blink. I think when you hit somebody that hard and they don't even blink, that's going to be a lot.
Now Moe's corner is calling for an overhand right from him. You see Perez looking for the takedown early. Now he's trying to get Moe on his back. Moe straight back to his feet, Pat.
Smart. That's what Perez ended up having trouble with in his last fight. His opponent kept standing up on him, going for an arm triangle in standing position. I've only seen this succeed a couple times in 20 years. Power, though. Look at him. Jeez, he's got squeezed. Look at that. He's got to fight it hard. That means it's tight.
Michael Perez latching on early here on Trent Moe, looking for a standing arm triangle.
Moe grabbing the cage here and there when he needs to.
Go to the fence, Trent.
Referee Bell just cautioning Moe not to grab the fence. On his back against an Olympic wrestler, not where Moe wanted to be, inside the opening 40 seconds.
The vice grip that had to be on his head and arm to not be able to slip out of that. A lot of power there in that little man.
Half guard position for Michael Perez. It's the start that Perez wants it. The position he loves to be in. Can he capitalize?
Perez wants to secure this position.
Go, gentlemen, let's work. Action.
Moe to get loose.
Moe needs to find a way back to his feet. Perez will want to try and keep him on the ground. Moe's back there now, shrugs him off. Now there's space to work the strike. Trent Moe hasn't thrown the head kicks yet. Look out for them. Goes to the inside thigh. Overhand right again from Perez. Overhand right from Moe. Eats a jab.
Moe on the prowl.
Gut munching knee, tries to fold him in half like origami.
All over him with the technique here. Nice little ankle pick there to put him down, but Moe right back up.
Moe back against the cage. Perez may look for a knee here. It's an elbow instead, then the dirty boxing, the uppercuts. Moe shrugs him off.
Hits him with a knee also and pushes him out, yeah.
Perez on the outside. Moe backs up, resets. Got to watch the overhand right coming from Perez. Oh, he tags him, but didn't turn the knuckles in. Caught him with the inside of the wrist, actually.
The game plan on the leg is there.
Perez loading his right hand quite a bit when he goes to throw it.
Oh, hunting him across the cage here, dips the liver. There's a little overhand right uppercut from Perez.
Good dirty boxing out of Perez.
No kicks though yet from Mo, being mostly boxing.
That was a cool transition. He punched him all the way across the ring and then slid into the legs. That was slick.
As the back of Trent Mo with 1.5 minutes remaining in this opening round. A back and forth contest thus far. Oh, Mo could be in trouble here. Perez hunting for his first LFA win. Squeezes, gives up on it, didn't have it around the neck. There's some blood over the right eye of Mo. Mo defending here.
Perez got so much power.
Oh, look at those biceps. Look at the striations. Oh, it's good night, Irene! The Cuban taps out Mo with 57 seconds remaining to earn his first LFA win.
Good job by him, man. He was persistent on those takedowns.
Michael Perez, that will do wonders for his confidence. He's finally got the win he so hoped he'd get.
Yeah, good on him after coming off that loss last fight, that war.
That's the right attitude to have, though, Pat. He didn't want any tomato can. He didn't want any pushover. As you said, he stepped up against an opponent once more who had far more experience than him, who came as a favourite, no doubt, and he tapped him out.
Yep. It was just cool to watch his work, his rate of work, constantly going for the takedowns, punching his way in. That last takedown that he got before the submission was beautiful. He covered so much gap, so much space across the ring by punching his way in, and then slid into that beautiful takedown. Nice work by him. Both guys throwing some good leather there. Perez landing the right hand and skating out before Mo could counter back. Watch him punch his way across, slide in, hit the angle right away, spin, take Mo's back all in one fell swoop. Beautiful stuff, and then end up getting the submission out of that. When this guy squeezes your neck, it's gonna hurt. Look at the power, how ripped he is. Crushing his jaw.
Okay, let's go to Mike Kimball.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Mike Bell calls a stop to the fight 4 minutes into the very first round. For your winner by tap out, due to rear naked choke, Michael Perez.
Michael Perez, the Cuban, advances his MMA record to 4-1. And win number 4, the most important of all. It's his first ever LFA win. Trent Mo goes 6-3. All right, let's park our peepers backstage once again to a man who had plenty of attitude yesterday. Rovin Ronnie Kruk has Kevin Holland.
Thanks, guys. This man has been on fire. Kevin Holland, you've won 5 straight. Haven't tasted defeat in almost 2 years. So give us an idea. What's been the secret to your recent success?
Traveling, keeping the bodies different, you know, not standing still, not being complacent with where I'm at, you know, just constantly looking to grow, you know, looking up to teammates and coaches and taking all the knowledge I can get and being the best fighter I can be.
Well, you have the opportunity to continue to grow tonight against Curtis Millender, a guy you called yesterday a one-trick pony. Why is that?
His favorite fighter is Floyd Mayweather, so he likes to, you know, box and play the piddle-paddle game. And, you know, it's like, so, I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy has other things underneath his belt. It's just that he's not trying to use it. He doesn't know how to develop it in the cage. He may try tonight, but, I mean, that's a bad idea. You know, submissions come in every angle, and knockouts come from every size.
You have 9 professional victories on your resume, finished your opponent in all 9 of those fights. How do you envision you ending this fight tonight?
If you look at the record, it's been knockout, submission, knockout, submission, knockout, submission. So I don't know, man. Last fight was a knockout. I could run the body and take off the head, or I could just close out the windpipe and slowly put him to sleep.
Either way, it's a finish, right?
Either way, it's my night.
There you go. Kevin, thank you for the time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Well, folks, coming up next, 2-0, Alonzo Minifield has a bright future going up against Kanchi Bastayev, who has knocked out 4 people in a combined 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Don't blink. Access TV Fights will be back in a flash. Welcome back to Los Angeles tonight. We're inside the Burbank Convention Center for LFA number 13, and wrestling fans, in 4 weeks' time, New Japan Pro Wrestling comes to the USA live for the first time ever. Make sure you check it out here on Access TV. It's the G1 special, first time ever. It's New Japan Pro Wrestling in the USA. Okay, coming up next, this could be the most explosive fight of the night. Kanji Bestayev has finished 4 opponents in a combined time of just over 2 minutes. And you know how quick Alonzo Minifield finishes people. Let's go to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our 4th fight here at LFA 13. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Kanji Bestayev.
I got my stunner shades on, but you knew that. Take my level sky high, I'm gonna do that. I'ma see a couple mil, I'll be running through that.
The stats on this Russian are impressive. All 4 pro wins have come, well, I won't even say in under 40 seconds. There was 1 in 38 seconds, 1 in 32 seconds, 1 in 20 seconds, and 1 in 35 seconds. Combined total fight times of those 4 victories you see there are 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Comes in on a hat-trick here tonight. Had a long layoff between 2014 and 2016, and has then been on an absolute tear. 5-week training camp for Bestayev, a freestyle fighter who loves to stand and bang. Solid wrestler, solid jiu-jitsu, very good kicker. Knows that Alonzo Minifield has heavy hands. Pat, we are in for fireworks with this one.
Both these guys are dangerous. Bestayev, a guy that likes to get paid by the second, not by the minute or the hour, wants to go out and get things done. He feels, though, that Minifield is going to be a difficult test for him. He feels that this fight could definitely go into the 3rd round or even go the distance. He'd love to finish it early, though.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the red corner, Alonzo Minifield.
The slogan of LFA is where the future is now, and a lot of people around the traps are saying this 29-year-old represents the future. Alonzo Minifield, 2-0, both wins by KO, also a fast finisher. Knocked out his first opponent in only 38 seconds. Second opponent lasted until 22 seconds of the 2nd round. Also went 2-0 as an amateur with 2 first-round knockouts. The former arena footballer from the Sioux City Bandits in Iowa worked on his Muay Thai in preparation for this one. Says, as always, I'm going to go for the finish.
This guy has so much power. This guy's a hammer, man. I'm telling you, do not blink. Do not go to the refrigerator to get a beer, because these two are going to go at it, and there's going to be a lot of power, a lot of leather flying. These guys are all business.
Let's look at the tail of the tape for what should be an absolute corker. It's not going to last long. Minifield undefeated. He is 1 year the elder. Gives up 6 inches to Bestayev. Is 3 pounds heavier. Gives up 3 inches in the arms. Gives up quite the reach in the legs. Minifield is built. Massive traps, massive deltoids. More muscles than a seafood platter on Minifield. And how will it play out tonight? Because he has also never fought anyone as explosive and as fast starting as Kanji Bestayev.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA light heavyweight division and is brought to you by GLC 2000, the world's most potent joint pain formula. GLC 2000, no pain, more cane. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6'6", weighed in 201 pounds, holding a professional record, 4 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout, 2 via submission. Training out of King's MMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Kanji Bestayev. His opponent across the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 6 foot tall, weighed in 204 pounds, holding a professional record, 2 wins, 0 defeats, with all 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Training out of Saxon Jijira Muay Thai and fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Alonzo Manafield. Your referee in charge of the action is Frank Trigg.
Whatever instructions in the locker room. Any questions, Blue? Any questions, Red? Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Come back to your corners. Come out swinging.
Twinkle toes. Frank Trigg, UFC Hall of Famer, in charge of this one. Alonzo Manafield and Hadji Bestayev. How can a man like Bestayev, who looks like he's half asleep, but has a reputation for finishing people like he's just drunk 10 Red Bulls? Will this one get out of the first round?
Ready? Fight!
Odds are that it won't. If it goes more than 38 seconds, it's the longest fight, if he wins it, of Bestayev's career. And they come out swinging early. Bestayev a high knee, trying to use that height advantage. Oh, he upends him with a leg kick. Inside the guard goes Manafield.
I don't know if he needed to dive in there.
Manafield's ground and pound can be vicious if he can posture up, but Bestayev doesn't want him to do that. Manafield's arms are massive. Bestayev throws the legs up.
I don't think either one of these guys can spell warm-up.
.40 seconds down now. Now, don't forget, Bestayev has never finished opponents after this amount of time in any of his fights so far.
It's working there, guys. It's work. Try to finish.
Trying to control the posture, locking down the arms of Manafield. Manafield wants to drop an elbow on that epic beard.
Bestayev has that length and the range on the ground. Manafield, surprised he keeps going back down there.
I thought he might have let him up. He wants to sling the legs a little here. Alonzo Manafield, now he walks away, says, get up, let's do this, let's stand and trade. Watch for the rising knees on Bestayev.
He almost caught him with one already.
High kick from Bestayev, overhand right. Swinging, looping punches from the Russian, gut-munching knee, uppercut from Alonzo Manafield. The way he throws, they should call him minefield. Big right hand from Manafield, looping left hand. Bestayev locks up the leg. Can he get Manafield on his back?
Oh.
And no, Manafield puts the Russian on his back.
Got tripped up there, missed the trip on the leg and started stumbling. A lot of wasted energy there.
Looking for the elbow across the forehead there is Alonzo Manafield. Look at the size of those shoulders, the size of those biceps on Alonzo.
I mean, a guy like Manafield, you don't want to just go into a war throwing bombs with him. You want to try and slow him down, tie him up, make him carry your weight a little bit, and try to wear those massive muscles out, make him huff and puff for a while, so he doesn't have the explosiveness later on.
Manafield says, get up. Spinning hook kick there from the Russian, the tall, gangly Russian.
I don't understand the spin techniques.
Well, what they do, Pat, is they spin around the body, and that's why they... Oh, you meant that. Okay.
There's just no setup to them. I don't know why MMA guys keep doing this stuff.
It's a good call. Oh, tagged him on the kisser. Beautiful shot there from Manafield. Now pound to the side of the Russian's head.
That's the second time he's been clipped with a big punch, kicking without setting it up. Sound like a broken record, saying that over and over every show.
Oh, elbow, just going to watch the spine, but Frank Trigg right on top of the action, doing a great job refereeing. Trigger.
Those were hurting him. He rolled, tried to pull guard because of the pain. The ribs were getting blasted. Tells you how much power Manafield has.
Side control here for Alonzo Manafield. Drops the elbows on the hapless Russian. Nowhere to go here for Hadji Bestayev.
He's got to move his hips. Look at him, he's not putting his feet on the ground, not moving his hips. Useless, legs in the air like that, just useless.
It's 1 minute 15 remaining in the first round, and this is considered very deep water for Bestayev.
Yeah.
He goes turtle shut.
Hey, Manafield's going to unload on the body. Arm. Watch his arm. Better watch his arm. You tap out. Did you tap out?
Tap to a pack. Something in the eye? Put him in the eye?
Pushed his eye back.
We're going to send Ron Kruk to see what went on there. We didn't quite see it. Did he get an illegal blow to the eye that has injured him here?
Well, I think Minifield just stuffed his knuckle into his eye socket.
Big elbow right to his eye socket. Right to his eye
What
socket.
knuckle stuff you claiming, Pat?
I didn't see any gouging. I saw punching, right?
You can punch the eye.
Yes, you can, right?
I can see it's just...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 4-1. No, he got 4-1 in the first round.
See if we can get a better look at it, folks. We'll take a look now. I know Ron's talking to Frank Trigg, and we'll have the inside word for us in a moment.
Yeah, it slid at the edge of the glove. That was perfectly legal, though. It was a punch.
Yep. Well, not the way we wanted this one to end.
You don't need the. That's the thing. You don't necessarily.
Let's go to Ron. Ron's got some more info. Ron?
Yeah, just talking to referee Frank Trigg. He said, of course he tapped. Big shot came in. I think it hit him right in the orbital. Might have broken it, and that's why he tapped out, guys.
Thank you, Ron. Keep roving. So there it is. It will be a win for Alonzo Minifield. Pat, he'll go 3-0.
Powerful dude, man. A lot of promise. But again, I was saying, you don't need to see when you're on the ground, Michael. I can feel when I'm going to get hit when they take their hands off of me, right? So, you know, that's all. A lot of people do drills. You grapple with your eyes closed. So if those type of situations come up, you're okay. You know, it's like making a swimmer swim without goggles on once in a while. Make them swim fast and just put their goggles around their neck because sometimes they fall off, right? You got to train those type of conditions.
Comments from the super coach, Pat Milicic, as Minifield gives his words there to Pistayev. I'm sure it's not the win that Minifield wanted, but it is a win all the same as he slaps on the bad boy t-shirt. He's going to go 3-0, Alonzo Minifield. Pistayev is going to rue the missed opportunities here. We're going to go to Mike Kendall to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Frank Trigg calls a stop to the fight at 4 minutes, 1 second into the first round for your winner by verbal submission due to strikes, Alonzo Minifield.
3-0, Alonzo Minifield. And Pistayev goes to 4-2. Let's throw it up to Rovin Ron.
All right, Alonzo Minifield remains undefeated. You came in and both of you guys, Pat Milicic just said it, there was no feeling out process. You both came out firing. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
I think it was a great fight as far as me and him getting after it. Unfortunately, at the end, I don't know if his eye or whatnot, but much love to my opponent, which his name is very hard to say, but he's a good guy. I love his spirit. But yeah, we came out here to put on a show. Hopefully we did that.
Absolutely, you did. Talk about how you finished him. It was hard to see, but he definitely tapped out after that shot came down. Looks like you hit him right in the orbital.
Yeah. It was shocking to me. I really don't even know what happened, so I have to watch it. But as far as the fight in itself, you ever see? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good strike. As far as that looks fantastic.
It did look good, very impressive. Took him out with that shot. Alonzo, as I said, you improved to 3-0 now. Have you put the LFA light heavyweight division on notice?
I have no idea. I hope so. So more fights come my way. Come on.
There you go. I'll answer the question for you. Yes, you did. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Michael and Pat, back to you.
Indeed, keep an eye on Alonzo Minifield. Folks, coming up after the break, Dominic Reyes comes in with a ton of hype. He takes on the hard-hitting Jordan Powell. It's in another light heavyweight bout when we return to LFA 13. Welcome back back to Los Angeles, California. Welcome back to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 13. Tonight we're inside the Burbank Convention Center, right by the Burbank Airport. And what a night of violence we've seen so far. And this next bout promises even more. If you haven't seen Dominic Reyes fight before, you are in for a treat. Reyes comes in 5-0, and he takes on Jordan Powell in another one of our feature light heavyweight bouts. First of all, let's go park our peepers backstage once more. Ron Kruk with Brian Ortega.
Thank you, Michael. That's right, with the former RFA champion and current number 9 ranked featherweight in the UFC, Brian Ortega. Brian, always good to see you. You really got your start and really started to make an impression in the RFA when you won that title. How did that experience help prepare you for the big show in the UFC?
I mean, it did everything for us. It pretty much, it's the first time where we had cameras on us, where we knew we were going to fight on TV. And as a pro fighter, the main thing is just to get on TV. So we're like, man, I'm fighting on TV. I was fighting in my home crowd. So lights, camera, action, people. So that's how it got me ready. Plus the level of competition there was everyone who's ready to go to the UFC is right here. So the level of competition wasn't any joke, you know, which I fought in the previous, you know, other organizations. When I got here, it was like the first fight was a crazy, you know, hard fight. And then the second, then the title fight was even, it lasted the whole 5 rounds pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, that was an all-out war. I know RFA fans and Access TV fight fans remember it. That's
Fight of the year.
There you go. There you go. Hey, it's been about a year since we've seen, a year to the day, I think, since we saw you last fight. You got that huge win over, probably his name is now, Clay Guida, but then you injured your shoulder, had to have surgery. Give us an update. How difficult was it to be on the sidelines first?
It sucked, you know, not gonna lie, it sucked. I had all these guys, all the featherweights fighting, everyone competing, and all of a sudden, I'm sitting here wanting to fight them, but I can't. But it motivated me to go to rehab, get fixed up. Now I'm cleared. Now I'm fighting again, July 29th, Anaheim, Honda Center, another hometown fight.
Can't wait for it, and that will be on the John Jones, Daniel Cormier #2 card. That's kind of a big deal.
The biggest card of the year.
Brian, great to see you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. Great to see Brian Ortega here. Okay, this one is going to be an absolute cracker. It's Dominic Reyes, undefeated, taking on Jordan Powell. Another feature light heavyweight bout. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Access TV Fights feature fight of the night here at LFA 13. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Jordan Juggernaut Powell.
Pat, I know that Access TV chooses the fighters' entrances music these days, and obviously whoever chose this was making love to a very good-looking woman at the time, because this is some porno music right here, man.
Our producer, Jamie McClintock, picked that.
Okay, well, Jamie just recently got engaged.
I think it's from it might be from his porn selection, actually.
The night he proposed to his fiancée in that log cabin by the fire. Jamie, what were you thinking, fella? Good, good Lord. 4-week training camp for Jordan Powell. Worked on his aggressive striking. I can almost talk over this. Oh my goodness, that's some shocking music. The game plan, he goes, both of us are long. Both of us like to mostly stand. He expects a stand-up battle. Powell comes in riding a hat-trick of wins over Idris Wasi, Jordan Curry, and Michael Ortega. Let's let it play a bit for all the lovers out there, Pat.
Romantic MMA. Now, you know, the thing about Powell is having an 8-6 record. He was 5-6, and as we've talked about, rattled off the 3 victories back-to-back. He was kind of winning, losing, figured things out, really focused on his technique, and now coming back, he feels good coming into this fight. He's ready to rock.
You don't want to feel good with this music.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Dominic the Devastator Reyes.
Cartoon Incredible Hulk. When he started turning green and ripping out his clothes, picture me in beast mode. I love money, women, something like I know I'm
Dominic Reyes, the Devastator, 27 years old, 5-0. 3 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, 1 by decision. And here's the streak. Marcus Govan Sr., Tyler Smith, Kelly Gray, Jesse Glass, and Jose Rivas Jr. Knows he's got to watch out for Jordan, says Jordan's tough. Says I've got to be careful not to gas out against him. Gonna punch him, gonna kick him to the head. He's worked on his strike in a 6-week camp. Reyes says he'll knock him out in the first or second pack.
He believes that, yes. Certainly got the tools to do it. But look, when you're going up against a guy that, look, his record isn't stellar. As I said, 8-6, but he is dangerous. He's got power. He can hurt you. You got to go out. You got to respect everybody in this sport because everybody's capable of hurting you and upsetting you. There's so many ways to lose. You got to keep your head on straight. Don't take anybody lightly and keep that undefeated record going. And every time you keep winning, it gets tougher.
Jordan Powell, 3 years the older, 2 inches the shorter, has the weight over Reyes, has the reach in the arms, but gives up 3 inches downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA light heavyweight division and is brought to you by USEND. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This grappler stands 6'2", weighed in 205.6 pounds, holding a professional record 8 wins, 6 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 4 via submission. Training on Team Black MMA and Havoc Squad, fighting out of Sacramento, California, Jordan the Juggernaut Powell. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 6'4", weighed in 204.8 pounds, holding a professional record 5 wins, 0 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 via submission. Training out of Cobra Kai Fitness, Zenith BJJ, and Bullet Hole, fighting out of Victorville, California, Dominic the Devastator Reyes. Your referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran.
All right, gentlemen, been over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want. At the sound of the bell, come on out, handle your business. Let's go.
Rapunzel, final instructions, Mike Beltran, and this one should be a corker. Jordan Powell, 8-6. Dominic Reyes, 5-0. Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich, Rovan Ron Kruk with you.
All right, gentlemen, first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Let's go.
Mike Beltran gets us underway. Southpaw stance here for Reyes. Fakes off the back leg, then fires a front kick off it. Nice roundhouse kick to the ribs there from Reyes, then goes to the inside thigh. Big legs on Dominic Reyes, tree trunks.
Yeah.
Left hook misses from Jordan Powell. Big unit as well, Jordan Powell. Catches that roundhouse kick. Nice little knee and a crossing elbow from Dominic Reyes.
Pretty quick hands. Oh, man.
Oh, the big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! My word!
Dominic Reyes does it again, 6-0. He connects with a head kick, and Jordan Powell went stiffer than a honeymooner's dick. He is still out cold here. He is astral traveling. My word!
Powell shook his head no, he didn't get hurt. Right after that, he ate that shin bone and went to sleep. And what did you just say he did?
You heard me, Pat.
Well, considering it's your last show, they can't fire you, so what the hell, right?
He went very stiff. Dominic Reyes, the real deal. 6-0. I told you to be a cracker, Pat.
Yeah.
How good is Reyes? He was the talk of the town this week. When we arrived in the hotel on Thursday, first thing Ron Kruk said was, look out for Dominic.
Talking about him now. He put that shin bone on Powell's head, and it was night-night. Powell had no clue where he's at. Take a look at this one. There's the flurry. Powell comes out of it. Watch him shake his head. No, nope, you didn't get me. Boom. And lean right into it.
Oh dear, talk about one of the worst timing in sport right there.
Don't smack talk in MMA. Just don't do it. Save yourself the embarrassment.
Good to see that Powell's back to his feet. My word.
That's the conversation could easily be, what'd you hit me with? Hand or kick?
You know, it often happens, I know it happens a lot in kickboxing and Muay Thai. Guys get knocked out so badly, they wake up in the dressing room afterwards and they're like, okay, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
And the trainers or the doctor's going to say, no, you've fought, you got knocked out. They have no recollection of it.
Right, yeah. And that's a never-ending loop conversation with them.
It really is. My word, Dominic Reyes, 6-0. What a beast. You know what, Ryan Spann, you've been talking a bit of smack on Twitter tonight. There's an opponent for you, Dominic Reyes. There you go, Ryan.
Whoa.
Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mike Beltran, calls a stop to the fight in 53 seconds of the first round for your winner by knockout, Dominic the Devastator Reyes.
6-0, Dominic Reyes brings the house down with a highlight reel knockout, and Rovin Ron has got him now.
All right. Dominic Reyes, wow, you came in with 4 first-round finishes. Let's make it 5. Quick work tonight. Did you feel coming in that you were going to have some success with that high kick?
I mean, when you have a high kick like I do, you always feel like you could have success with it. I train hard, and you see it, you take it. That's what it is.
Well, you told us that you were going to finish this fight. You did that in impressive fashion. Let's take a look at how you ended this. Take us through it.
I was jabbed down. We were getting some exchanges. I was getting pretty hungry for some action. Dropped his hands. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that.
Shaking of the head probably didn't help either, did it?
Yeah, you might be able to take a jab, but that kick, you're not going to shark that one off.
Very good. Well, you improved to 6-0. Definitely, you're going to fly up into the Access TV Fights rankings. Twitter's exploding right now. Ryan Spann actually just tweeted he wants to fight you. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm just going to celebrate this one and see what happens after that. I just want to thank God. You know, I couldn't do anything without him, so amen to that. Thank my team. The bullet hole coach, Cobra Kai, Mata Leon, my family. I love you guys, man. Thank you.
Class act, Dominic Reyes. Enjoy this victory, my man.
Heck yeah, let's do this.
Okay, Michael and Pat, back to you.
A humble warrior indeed, Dominic Reyes, 6-0, and gets the 6th in the most emphatic fashion imaginable. Well, folks, we have 2 welterweight fights coming up. First off, it's Karen Darabedyan taking on the veteran Sam Liera. It's our co-main event, and Access TV Fights returns. You've got to take your hat off if you're wearing a hat for Sam Liera. Comes in on just 3 days' notice as a replacement for Alex Reyes. Stand-up fighter. The overhand is a wicked strike on Liera. Also very strong ground and pound. Got to watch for Darabedyan's takedowns and his clinch, but he says he exposes Darabedyan on the feet. He predicts he will use that patented overhand right to knock out Karen Darabedyan. Back-to-back losses to Kevin Holland. Last time he won, you've got to go back to August 2015 against the aptly named Ionis Paliogos. Just insert an eye chart right there to be easier. Sammy Liera, brown belt in BJJ, but on the feet pad is where he is the most dangerous, that overhand right.
Right, and he does have Eric Paulson in his corner. Eric Paulson, the second fighter that he's cornered tonight. Talked about him already, so he's got solid cornering, solid coaching.
Frank Trigg does the final checks here of Sam Liera. This is going to be a real clash of styles.
Please welcome his opponent for this co-main event of the evening, making his way to the red corner, Karan Darabedian.
No wasting time for Karan Darabedian as he sprints out to the cage, Ultimate Warrior style. 6-week camp for Darabedian, the Armenian. Pat, what is there one thing we've come to learn over the years about Armenians?
Oh, they're just tough as nails, every single one of them. Not one is weak, not one is not just rougher than hell. Just tough people, great people, solid fighters all around. I mean, when they show up, they are here to fight. And the last time we saw him fight, he actually lost that fight. What a war he was in. Ton of heart with this guy.
David Maldonado, final preps on Darabedian, says he's not going to play it safe tonight. He's been working on his head movement. Now, interestingly, against Yargos, he was slipping a lot. He says that naturally his feet sweat a lot, and therefore he's taped up his feet so he doesn't slip here. In his corner tonight, if you don't recognise the man, let's move the camera a little to the right there, guys. If you don't recognise the man behind Darabedian, again, slap yourself with a wet fish. It's Benny the Jet Urquidez. You'll see him in a moment. Benny the Jet, that don't get any bigger legendary status than Benny the Jet, Pat.
First martial arts seminar I ever attended was in Davenport, Iowa. It was a Benny the Jet Urquidez seminar. It was amazing to meet him.
Talent tape for this one. Darabedian, 12 and 6 years, 3 years the younger. 3 inches the shorter. Gives up 2 inches in reach. Gives up 3 inches in the legs.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening and is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA welterweight division. It is brought to you by Inca Cola, the Golden Cola. Drink an ice-cold Inca Cola to unleash your inner warrior. Check us out on the web, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Inca Cola USA. That's Inca with a C, Cola with a K, USA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'10", weighed in 169 pounds, holding a professional record 12 wins, 9 defeats, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout, 4 via submission. Training at a CSW headquarters and fighting out of Fullerton, California, Sam the Caveman Liera. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a grappler standing 5'7", weighed in 170.6 pounds. Holding a professional record, 12 wins, 6 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 4 via submission. Training at a highest stand MMA and fighting out of Glendale, California, Karan Darabedian. Your referee in charge of the action, Mike Bell.
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions backstage. Defend yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck, gentlemen.
Mike Bell, our third man in the cage for this one. Karan Darabedian with Benny the Jet Urquidez in his corner. Wow. Take on Sam Liera.
Also Carl Parisian.
Benny the Jet, who was the kickboxing coach, may still be, of John Cusack. They appeared in Grosse Point Blank together, you may remember.
Nice.
Benny played a hitman who was trying to kill
First round, you ready,
John
Sam?
Cusack's character.
First round, you ready, Karan? Let's go.
Here we go, first round. Darabedian's going to want to take him down, I feel, put him on his back. Liera will be no slouch off his back. BJJ brown belt. Look out for the overhand right here of Liera. Darabedian closing with Nick Kalikas at -215. The comeback on Sam Liera at +165.
Popped his elbow on that. He threw the right hand and left it out there. And then the hook came and locked his elbow out. See him shaking his right arm after that. Almost hyperextended it.
Very thickly built unit is Darabedian. Longer, leaner of the two here is Liera. Outside leg kick, Darabedian. Roundhouse kick.
Trying to get Liera to think he's going to be in a boxing match and go for a takedown.
fake there from Karabedjian. Nicely done to the inside thigh, right up high too, but missed the groin.
Striking
placement.
His striking looks better than the last time we saw him.
Much better. Karabedjian did say he taped his feet up tonight, Pat, but I can't see any tape on the feet.
I'm sure the Athletic Commission probably made him take it off, to be honest with you. They don't allow that usually.
There is an old trick that I know a lot of old school kickboxers use, Pat. I don't know if you know if anyone in mixed martial arts uses it, but guys used to wipe the soles of their feet with Coca-Cola to get more stick on the canvas.
I never heard of that. I've heard of people putting new skin on the bottom of their feet or spraying what's called stickum on them.
Right.
But stickum collects dust, and then it actually gets slick. That's why old football players, it's illegal now, but they used to constantly coat that stuff on their hands. Fred Biletnikoff was fancy for that. He got stickum banned in the NFL. His arms and his jersey and his pants, played for the Oakland Raiders receiver, were orange from that stuff being all over him. It was incredible. He would reach out with one index finger and catch the freaking ball.
Wow. Maybe some of that on Karabedjian's feet tonight, or maybe some Coca-Cola. Left hook to a straight right cross from the Armenian.
Or maybe some Inca Cola.
There you go, Pat. So you're thinking, maybe some Inca Cola. Ooh, nice dropping body shot from the area, and Karabedjian looking for the takedown now.
Locked his hands.
Takedown gets it, does the Armenian. They cheer for him here. He's near his corner too.
Trains under the Gokar Shavitsian system of judo, jiu-jitsu, submission grappling. Got a heel hook on him right now. We're cranking on that. Oh, he's got a reverse heel hook.
Have a look at this.
I don't even like seeing those. Stuff gets destroyed.
Long time to go in this round, and both men looking for subs.
I do not want to see a spiral fracture this evening.
Oh dear. Oh, just tagged him nicely with the right hand, and Karabedjian right on top of Liera again.
So, Liera training with Eric Paulson, great leg locker. Obviously learning from Paulson.
Full mount, gives his back to Liera.
Oh, flattening him out.
Bad position for Liera, full mount again from Karabedjian. 1 minute remaining now. Postures up, drops the fist down. Karabedjian in control, flattens him out like a pancake.
Oh, heavy shots.
Full mount still, high mount here from Karabedjian. Liera, no place to go. Referee on top of the action.
Can't get him out of there.
Beautiful elbow, and Liera does a quick count of his
He's going for an armbar.
Oh, the armbar!
Missed it. No reason to go for it. You're in mount pounding the hell out of somebody. Hell, don't even go for it. Just stay on top and beat the hell out of him. Now he's got to stand up again.
Oh, it could be an opportunity that comes back to truly haunt Karabedjian. Shakes his head there, Liera.
His eyes messed up.
Good round for Karabedjian. He'll take it quite easily. But did he leave Liera off the hook by going for that armbar when it's
he got rocked with that last punch.
Pounded on him. Let us know your thoughts at Chevello Voice, at Pat Millender, at R. Crud. It's the final show you'll ever hear myself and Pat and Rod on together. Let us know. I hope you're enjoying it.
Stop thinking negative right now, okay? Just breathe for me. I need an uppercut coming on. Jab or jab, uppercut, right uppercut. Cross, left uppercut.
I want you to flip that jab in his face, and I want you to keep kicking that outside, okay? Listen, when he lunges in, do what Coach said, that 1-6 is that rear up, or you can breathe loose and stick. Okay. Hey, just look in his eyes.
That's Benny the Jet in the corner. And look at that, one of our favourites, Ashley Evans-Smith, is ringside here looking sensational. She provided me with one of my fondest memories working on Access TV, Pat, when she beat Fallon Fox in Miami on an unforgettable night. Among my top 5 commentary memories on Access
Incredible
TV.
performance. She made that arena go nuts that night.
Nuts, absolutely nuts. Okay, second round. First round, no doubt, goes to Karen Daradebjian. Okay, let's go to Ron and Liera's corner. Ron.
Advice from head coach Eric Paulson was he wants him to come out firing, throwing uppercuts and jabs. And guys, as you saw, great camera work. They were really going to work on Liera's eye. Michael.
Thank you, Ron. Straight on top of Liera again here is Karabedjian.
Look at him crushing the leg down with his hand. Wants to slide the mount.
Half guard position. Karabedjian had many mounts in the opening round.
Liera got that foot on the inside trying to stop him, but Karabedjian powering through a lot of the technique.
Aggressive position here for Karin Karabedjian.
Nice job getting back to butterfly guard here, but Karabedjian right over the top of the leg again.
Full mount coming up again, perhaps here for Karabedjian. No, can't get the left leg over and just tags Liera on the jaw.
Liera needs to get up out of there.
Liera's got to find a way to get off his back. He's been absolutely dominated and schooled. And once again, Karabedjian has the full mount, as he did for a lot of the first round. Flattens him out. You can sign the pink slips. You can sign the ownership papers. Karabedjian absolutely schooling and tooling Liera here.
Very good ground and pound, heavy.
He's going to choke him out.
That's tight.
That's good night, Irene. Karin Karabedjian back in the winner's circle, and that was an awesome performance.
It really was. Dominance.
146. How about 146?
They're looking for a stool right away. He's tired. Wobbly also.
Let's have a look again here.
Yeah, when he sinks this choke, it's over. You knew right away it was tight.
Great crowd on hand here at LFA 13, and well, we were promised a night of violence, and it's certainly produced that. A lot of finishes here tonight. All finishes so far, except in our first fight between Quiros and Kyler Phillips.
Night has gone quickly, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. We have one more fight together, Pat. Kevin Holland and Curtis Millender in our main event. And we're going to go to Mike Kendall to make it all official. Coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mike Bell, calls a stop to the fight at 1 minute, 46 seconds into the second round for your winner by tap out. Due to rear naked choke, Karin Karabedjian.
Karabedjian goes 13-6. And here's with the roving one.
All right, impressive performance, Karin Karabedjian tonight. Came in and really put on a submission clinic. You were supposed to face Alex Reyes to begin with. Apparently the switch of opponent meant nothing to you, did it?
Not really, not at this level. You know, you train for the top guys at this level. So I was expecting a tough fight regardless if it was Alex Reyes or, you know, Sam Liera. So I knew coming in, I have no business fighting at 170. I'm cutting down to 145 soon, so I'm trying to get in on that July card in Anaheim. Josh Shelby get me in, trying to get down to 145. So, but aside from that, you know, I was getting ready for Alex Reyes. He pulled out and had to save Sam Liera. So he's a natural 170. He's fought at 185, tough guy. I knew I was going to come in here, but I knew I had an upper hand on him. So really confident in my skills. It's just the way things went in my last fight. I really didn't want to let any shots go to my head. So trying to be cautious and keeping my hands up.
Well, it was fitting that you ended it with the choke because your submissions in that first round were all over the place. It looked like you had him finished a couple of times, but then you took him out in the second. Give us the details on how you ended it.
You know what? The initial leg lock that I went for, I didn't quite have the position, but a lot of guys, I get a tap from there. But I mean, I should have known him coming from the gym that he's come from, CSW, Eric Paulson. Yep. They know leg locks really well too. So, but I mean, I was so comfortable giving my leg. You know, I gave my leg on purpose to some of the best in the world, just so they could play with it. But I felt like I was not in danger when he had my leg. But I'm trying to go back to my roots. You know, my strong points are my grappling, and I want to into roll of the dice when I'm doing the striking match. But you know, I train with legends. You know, I'm not kidding. Some of my coaches, Benny the Jet Urquidez, Sensei Gokor Chavichin, Gene LaBelle. You know, I train under some of the best. You know, and for me to come in here and not perform after being trained by legends, you know, makes me look bad. So that's why I want to come in here and put on a show. I think I was kind of rusty, but I promise next time I come back in, I'm gonna come back in at 150 or 145. And you'll see the best version of myself.
Wow, if that was rusty, I can't wait to see it. And I see the legend over there, Benny the Jet, smiling. So I think you did well tonight, my man.
Thank you. Just a quick thing. I want to thank everybody that came out and supported me. You know, Burbank is another hometown for me. I live right next door to Glendale. But I want to thank all my fans, friends, family, all my teammates, my manager, Darren Harvey, my school's main event gym, all my sponsors, my guys up in Mendocino, Hayastan, Hybrid Boost. Everybody that looked out for me, thank you guys all.
Karen Darabedian, great job tonight. Michael and Pat, back to you.
Karen Darabedian improves his record to 13-6, and Sam Leria falls to 12-10. Folks, up next, we have the main event of the evening. Whose winning streak will continue, Millender or Holland? We'll find out when we return. Lots of great memories, lots of great action tonight, and as well as offensive violence, there's been some great defensive move tonight. Pat, take us through the private internet access defensive move of the night.
Yeah, it happened during our first fight between Johnny Quiros and Kyler Phillips. And I tell you what, very important to keep hand control when somebody's on your back. If you can control their hands, they can't choke you and they can't hit you. And he certainly did a good job, Johnny Quiros, for an awful long time in this fight, controlling those wrists. Very, very important to save your neck that way, Michael.
Okay, let's park our peepers backstage once again, where Rovin Ronnie Cracker's tracked down Sabina Mazo.
Thank you, Michael. Sabina Mazo coming off that incredible head kick knockout back at LFA 9. Could you have asked for a better LFA debut than the one you had?
Well, it was everything I was trying to do. It was my whole camp, so it went just the right way, how I really wanted to go. So, yeah, I really didn't expect something different, but for sure, I really want to push myself to get better in every fight.
Sabina, we are looking forward to seeing you return to the octagon in the LFA. Give us an idea of when that may be. I know that you are coming off an injury.
Well, probably end of August or September I want to fight. I really want to improve in my technique, improve in every aspect, because every fight shows you what you have to learn. So I really like to take my time and try to improve on every little thing I want to do better in my next fight. So yeah, probably in September or end of August I'll be returning.
Very good. And just give us a quick update on the injury, what happened, and how the recovery is going.
Well, it was not a really big injury I had, but my elbow was hurting a lot since before the fight. But now it's better. It's all good. It's not surgery or anything like that. So yeah, just it takes time, but I'm better.
Very good. We're glad to hear that. Now, after that last fight, you went right at champion Andrea Lee here in the LFA. Is that the next fight for you, or would you like to maybe get another fight in before you go after the champ?
Well, I want to go step by step. If for any chance that's what's next, or maybe another one, it really depends. I really don't have a rush, like I told you last time. So it really depends, whatever it's best for my career. I know I'm going to be ready because I put my effort in every camp and every fight. So I know every challenge is going to be a good opportunity for me.
Very good, Sabina. So good to see you. Can't wait to get you back in that LFA octagon.
Thank you very much.
All right, Michael and Pat, the future of women's MMA right here. Back to you.
Here it is, the call from Ron Kruk. Always great to see Sabina Marzo, and hope she recovers from injury and we see her back in action soon. It's main event time here at LFA 13. The trash talk has gone down this week. Now it's time to walk the walk. Curtis Millender, Kevin Holland, Mike Kendall, bring him on in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Kevin Trailblazer Holland.
He's got a 100% finishing rate. He comes in on a 5-fight winning streak. 5 wins by knockout, 4 by submission. Kevin Holland, the Trailblazer. Brown belt in BJJ, black belt in Kung Fu. This is 3rd fight already in 2017. And there's the streak. Back-to-backs over Sam Liera. A win over Jose Aldeja, Jeffrey Neal and David Gomez. We asked him yesterday for a prediction. He said, smash him and tap him.
We shall see. I mean, I think that Holland yesterday, I mean, he even told us he was in such a bad mood. He fired his manager yesterday.
He was in a rotten mood, Kevin Holland. That's right, he fired his manager. He says he should be fighting for the LFA middleweight title, not Brendan Allen, not Eric Anders. He should be the man. Well, we'll see if he proves to be the man here tonight.
Looks like he's in a better mood also right now.
It's not hard after yesterday.
Yeah.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Curtis Millender.
Yo, we here now, vision's clear now. Yo, it's my time, and it's near now. And I'm too strong, no fear now. You can feel it when the crowd starts to cheer now. I know they wanna stop me, but they've been acting cocky. I'm the underdog, and that's why they think I'm sloppy. But they don't
Curtis Millender. You may remember him from Bellator. He went 2-2 there. Had an 8-week camp in prep for this one, worked on his striking, on his countering. Knows he's got to watch out for Kevin Holland's ground game. Says he'll TKO him 2nd round with a body kick or a head kick. And there you see the hat-trick of wins coming in over Casey Green, Ozzy Alvarez, and Johnny Cisneros. Says, I've got a good record, I just need to add some more finishes to it. Appreciates the talent of Kevin Holland. Says Holland is good, but very beatable. Pat, anyway you cut the pie on this one, it's going to be a cracking main event.
Both these guys are really well-rounded, good athletes, good endurance. Definitely going to see some fireworks in this one. You know, where Millender likes to stay long, Holland is also long. It's going to be interesting how they attack each other. It's going to come down to who's going to move their head the best, in my mind, while they're on their feet. On the ground, I think Holland has an edge.
As Frank Tree gives the final preps, let's look at the tunnel tape for our main event. An engine experience going the way of Millender. Here's 5 years the elder, 1 inch the shorter. Here's the lighter of the two. He gives up 3 inches in the arms, but Millender is 1 inch longer downstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA welterweight division and is brought to you by Private Internet Access. For safe browsing, always use protection. Private Internet Access, proud sponsor of Legacy Fighting Alliance. For all those watching around the world on Access TV, and for those here in Burbank, California, are you ready for war? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Kung Fu fighter stands 6'3", weighed in 174 pounds, holding a professional record, 9 wins, 2 defeats, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout, 4 by way of submission. Training out of Phalanx MMA and fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, Kevin Trailblazer Holland. His opponent across the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a kickboxer, wrestler, standing 6'2", weighed in 171 pounds, holding a professional record, 11 wins, 3 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Training out of CSW headquarters and fighting out of Fullerton, California, Curtis Millender.
Such an intriguing matchup here. Let me tell you, folks, at the start of the night, Millender was the outright favourite at -165. They close inseparable, according to Nick Kalikas, -120, both men. Nick Kalikas cannot separate them. On Twitter, fans are divided. Rashad Coulter just tweeting, Holland will finish him by submission. But a lot of fans also backing Curtis Millender. Anyway, you cut this main event, it should be epic. There's been some bad blood. There's been some trash talk. There's been firing of managers. And now we are ready for it. 3 rounds of action, but will it go that far? Mike Beltran and his glorious moustache to get us underway. It's the main event of LFA 13.
Wolf coming out firing.
The blue taping on the gloves of Kevin Holland. The red taping on the gloves of Curtis Millender. High kick.
Wow. Oh, almost got him with a hook kick, huh?
Almost a hook kick turn side kick, looking for the takedown, gets it. Kevin Holland, top position, inside half guard.
And you can see Millender tried to guillotine him. He got the half guard right away just so he wouldn't get choked. Holland sharp.
Back to their feet, nice corking knee to the outside thigh there from Holland. He's got Millender pressed against the cage in the early get-go.
Good job digging that forehead in.
Nice curling knee, then goes to the outside thigh.
Millender also looking at the big screen.
Knee to the inside thigh from Holland. Aggressive start here from Kevin Holland.
Millender needs to move those feet. Get off that cage.
Some distance between them now.
Nice little side kick to the quad.
Millender looks to jab. Outside crescent kick there from Holland, then goes to the inside thigh. Millender tried for the counter, couldn't catch it.
Whoa.
Nice coming forward with the combinations there, Kevin Holland. Left hook from Millender, no starch behind it. Holland gets out of dodge.
Good job of disappearing.
Tied up against the fence again.
Holland doesn't seem too worried about his neck right now.
Takedown coming.
Nice hips to come up on top almost. Oh, omoplata right away by Holland, trying to transition.
Holland, omoplata, shoulder lock. Here on Millender. Fantastic start to this main event.
Nice job.
See those knees again, perhaps here from Holland, and indeed he does. Goes to the inside thigh, inside right thigh, Millender.
Millender got to get off the cage. Holland smart with his head position. Really on the attack the entire time. Millender been on the defense since the word go.
More knees to the inside thigh there from Kevin Holland. Still pressed against the cages, Millender. Now knees to the outside thigh. Holland working the knees well. They're going to put down the points for him. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first. And Millender just pushes him off, gets some distance. What can he work here? A little flat-footed here, Millender, Pat.
He really is.
Straight up, chin in the air, a little flat-footed. Holland smiles at him, trying to get inside Millender's head, both psychologically and with his right hand.
Holland striking with conviction. True purpose. He wants to hurt him.
Holland roundhouse kick to the midsection. Slower start than we expected here from Curtis Millender. Jumping knee. This is more like it from Millender. Did he hurt Holland then?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Tie clinch now. Spinning back elbow.
Gave up position though, double unders here. Holland going to do anything with it?
There was a lot of options available, Pat, and that was probably the wrong one.
Yeah.
Knees from the tie clinch would have been a better option. And now Holland walks Millender back against the cage.
Millender's corner saying circle out. They know what they're talking about. Get the hell out of there.
I'm going to separate you guys. You guys have to work. Let's go.
Knees to the inside, outside thigh. Spinning back elbow from Holland.
Oof.
Millender's been tagged.
Holland looking sharp, man.
Oh, Holland plows down the center corridor. Looping left hook, straight right hand. Millender all over the place here. There's the knee he should have thrown before. Now Millender swings a pendulum.
Go, fight. Let's go. That was legal.
Bit of back and forth in the final 30 seconds. Front kick from Holland. He'll win the first round here, Kevin Holland. And Millender's got some thinking to do and some re-strategizing. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at @RCruck, at Pat Milicic.
You know what I need you to do, right? Keep them long. Keep them long at the beginning, at the middle of the thing. Keep them long. You don't have to waste all that. Long with that jab, right? Straighten out the right hand a little bit. Keep going for the low kicks, the inside kicks, and then to the middle. Don't be afraid to circle out.
You're stronger than this dude. You proved that at this point. Let's be more active with your hands for me, all right? Hey, the knees and shit are working. When you're doing it, save them up like you're doing. You're throwing them at the right time. Underhook on the clinch. Speed jab.
We are ready to roll. Second round of action, no doubt about it. No brainer. Kevin Holland to first 10-9. A couple of people tweeting, and I tend to agree that Millender looked a little fatigued towards the end of the first round.
Yeah.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Let's go.
Well, when you're on the defense most of the time, you're going to get tired. You're not the one dictating. Oh, hard kick.
Hollander trying to open up like a house on fire. Millender edges forward, still flat-footed, thrusts out the jab. High kick from Millender, and good defense there from Holland. Just got the left forearm up in time. Very tall fighters, both these men.
Yeah, very big for welterweight.
Cutting side kick, nicely done. Yokogiri to the thigh.
Lock the knee out, injure it. Nice.
Big leg kick from Millender, nicely done.
Oof, nasty elbow.
Both men are certainly firing that big salvos, looking for a knockout.
Oh, there it is! The big right hand!
Holland takes it back. Millender in trouble.
Millender.
And Holland wants to abuse and assault him now.
He's coming up. Let's see what Holland can do with him from here.
He caught him sweetly.
Wow. This is when you find out what you're made of.
Millender glancing to his corner.
Fighting the hands, trying to break that grip.
Beautiful knee there from Holland, keeping Millender pressed against the cage.
How much energy did that punch take out of Millender also? Will fatigue set in even more now from getting dropped.
Uppercut from Millender. Holland fires back with the right hand, but it didn't connect for him. Pushes Millender back against the cage again. Real scrap in our hands here. 3 minutes remaining, second round. Main event, LFA 13, Pat.
Cats and dogs. Good one for your last show, huh? Last fight.
Couldn't go out without a night of violence, and certainly it has produced only one fight. Having gone the distance, our first one, and seen some highlight reel finishes.
Millender was starting to look really good until he got clipped with that.
Holland on the front foot again. Both men landing right hands. Maybe Millender got the better of that exchange. Jumping knee. Very exciting contest. Halfway through the fight now.
A shorter man would have been sleeping on that knee. Millender, good job controlling the arm there at the elbow.
Referee Mike Beltran telling both men you've got to keep the work going. I still feel that Holland is in control here, Pat.
Absolutely.
Goes to those corking knees.
Yeah, he is. Millender has no excuse, should not be laying against a cage like this.
There have been flashes from Millender in this round, and that just looked to take his head off.
Everything Holland throws.
Uppercut elbow from Millender. Holland looks to back him up with the right hand. Millender on the back foot, gets out of the way of the right, fast from Holland.
Millender getting himself in trouble reaching for those punches sometimes.
Ooh, sticky jab there from Millender.
Holland might be fatigued now.
High knee! And the elbow! Millender on the attack!
He gave him his back on that.
What did he do that for?
I have no idea. He was going to throw a spinning elbow is what it was.
And then he backed into him.
And he stopped.
Like a reversing truck. That was crazy. He had him for a moment. Millender will rue the missed opportunity.
My goodness. Got to get out of this position and get back to work. Holland tired. He's grimacing. He hit him with an elbow to the liver. Look at his eye.
Oh, big elbow across the bridge of the nose, and Millender's trying to measure him here. Holland's not moving. He's just covering up, and he's busted.
Smart of Holland to go low on that kick there when he's tied up.
He's just standing still, and the elbows are going to come. Oh, my word, the uppercut from Millender, the high knee. The tide has turned in this one, no doubt about it. Is it enough for Millender to win the round?
I think it is.
Spinning back elbow, trying to scalp him. Millender, get munching knee, folds him in half like a piano accordion. Millender's gonna take the round. It'll be one round apiece going into the third. We've got ourselves a war.
I'm gonna let them work on it. I'm gonna call time, come in and check it out.
Holland looking pretty fatigued in the corner right now. Here's that beautiful right hand that drops Millender. Millender had a battle out of a very tough situation. There it is again, right down the pipe after that hook. Beautiful setup. And then Millender doing a good job snaking his way out of those techniques, hitting him with a nice counter on the way out. Just getting hung up on the cage, jumping into that knee. Beautiful technique. And then starts in with those vicious elbows and ends up giving up his back there. Might have been able to finish had he not got into that situation at the end there.
Third and final round. It is one round apiece after two. Anyone's fight for the taking. Who wants it more? Who's going to dig down deep? Who's got the guts and intestinal fortitude for the next 5 minutes? Both men have had their chances to finish.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight?
Breathing a little heavy again is Curtis Millender. He had his opportunity.
True definition of hammers right here, man. These guys are rough.
Holland slowed down as well. He's getting tagged a lot more now. Flat-footed Holland. Millender doing little shuffle, little fakes.
One of the first time I've seen an MMA guy fake a low kick and then come with the opposite side hand. Finally, somebody that's doing things right.
Jab to the body. Both men are breathing heavy. Side kick to the lead thigh. And again from Holland. Holland took the first. Millender took the second.
They're talking to each other. Not disrespecting each other at all.
You feel that both still have one big salvo that can finish it. Maybe a high knee from Millender. Maybe an elbow from Holland.
Holland right now trying to catch his breath, using that kick to keep him off him a little bit.
Actually, first time in the fight, really, we've seen Holland backing away from Millender. Side kick to the thigh. Holland goes clockwise.
Caught his elbow with his foot. That'll hurt.
Jab from Millender coming forward now. Holland on the back foot. He's going to start coming forward himself. It doesn't look good for the judges to see Holland backing up, Pat.
No, it doesn't. Oh, he got clipped hard there.
Jab 2. Holland drifts off counterclockwise. Double leg, switches to a single leg.
Holland had a perfect opportunity to get that takedown, missed it. Millender again grabbing right at the elbow joint, keeping that arm out of there.
More tight clinch.
He gave it to him. He gave it to him.
And will he use it? Where are the knees? No, he backs off, doesn't throw the knee while he had the tie clinch going. 2 minutes 45 remains. There's the knee from Millender. Holland returns the favour. Millender shakes his head, says he didn't hurt me. Big bolo punch. They are still throwing for the knockout here.
Oh, here come the elbows, yep.
Lancing right hand, left hook didn't connect for Holland. Both men.
Ooh, stuck him with that.
Good right hand from Holland. Backs Millender against the cage. A position he had him in for most of the first round.
These guys have been back and forth all night.
Tremendously entertaining contest here in our main event. Muay Thai clinch from Millender. Can he use an elbow perhaps? Eats an uppercut from Holland. Holland covers up, double forearms, drops his hands. Trying a little bit unorthodox. It's hard when your gas tank's running low.
Yep.
1 minute 45 remains.
That's the one thing, you know, a fighter, when they run out of gas, they can only blame themselves.
Millender glances towards his corner. Elbow perhaps off the right. It's there. And it's Holland who has a spinning back elbow. So Millender missing the opportunity.
Yeah, Millender saw it coming though and was able to cover. Oh, choke.
Can Millender find the finish on a tired Holland?
Sinking the hips in there.
Can he find it?
It's the knee.
The crowd is calling for the knees, and Holland out of danger. Goes onto his back. Final minute now.
That tells you Holland's definitely tired.
Hammer fist strike to the belly button. Oh, clubbing left hand to the head.
Laying some leather down here.
Millender trying to put the points down on the judges' cards. Hammer fist strikes to the ribs. Double forearms guard from Holland. Millender scoring here. Holland's going to get up. He's going to do something.
Yeah.
Holland not going anywhere.
Millender winning this round.
Oh, the grandparents from Willy Wonka moved more than Kevin Holland is. He has just been pounded on by Millender.
Wow.
Millender's going to win this fight. Look at these hammer fists raining on down Holland. Millender brings it home strongly. Holland tries for a final submission, but it's going to be too little too late. Millender's ground and pound could just prove the difference.
What a fight. Now they're hugging each other.
Folks, make sure you stick around after our decision. There's plenty more coming your way on Access TV Fights. We're not done yet for tonight. There's more coming your way.
Oh, the fucking job on that press.
Mike Beltran telling us there's a cut over the eye, I think, of Holland, Pat.
Yes. Said it's a pretty bad one, I think. I don't know. Can't see.
Both men are lacking in the gas tank from midway through the second round, really. Need to address those issues.
Seemed like Millender was a little more steady, though.
A little more consistent.
Steady pace, grind.
Holland fought in bursts, small, Pat, you're right. Those bursts look super aggressive.
Yeah. Throwing everything into him.
Okay, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of MMA here in the main event, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout. 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Curtis Millender.
Curtis Millender, rightly so, takes the decision and goes to 12-3. Kevin Holland falls to 9-3. And as he does a lap of honor here, Millender, very emotional. It looks like he's going to speak to Rovin Ronkruck.
What a way to end LFA 13, an incredible main event. Curtis Millender enjoying that time with his son. Curtis, what do you think you did for the judges to give you this win tonight? It was great action.
Heart. Hey, if you, like I told him at the weigh-in, if you can't make the weight, you can't fucking fight me. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry for cussing. But if you don't got the heart to make weight, you ain't got the heart to stay here 3 rounds. He was tough, but he laid there and he quit on me. And I told him, like, don't fucking quit on me. We worked way too hard for you to quit.
Do you think that was the difference in that 3rd round where you just had him down and grounded and pounded him out?
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Heart. If they don't see you trying, you don't need to win. He didn't try. He don't win.
Curtis, your corner was telling you something coming into that 3rd round. Give us some of the details, what the game plan was for that 3rd and final round.
I apologize to my team, but I didn't follow nothing. I've been battling being sick for a whole month, congested for a whole month. You can use it as an excuse when you still come out and get the W. So that's what it was. I can hear him, but my body wouldn't move.
Curtis, big win for you, as I said. What are your thoughts next? You look ahead maybe to what you think this performance earned you a title shot against the current champ, Derek Krantz.
Definitely, I just got to make sure I'm in better shape because I know he's going to want to wrestle and hump. So as long as I'm in shape, he ain't going to be able to deal with me either. So give me the title shot or give me UFC.
I know this was a long, hard road for you. Just how satisfying is it after all the hard work you put in to leave this cage tonight victorious?
It's easy. Here, my kids and my family, that makes it easy. It makes it easy to do anything when I got them.
Curtis, thank you so much. Enjoy this victory with your family. And it is bittersweet for me to say one final time, Michael Chiavello, back to you.
Thank you, Rovin Ron, and congratulations to Millender tonight with his family in the cage. A well-deserved victory. And the smack talk is over. Folks, plenty more action coming your way on Access TV Fights. Here's what will be coming up for you on the 23rd of June. Brendan Allen versus Eric Anders for the world title. We know how good these two are. Allen, look at this assault, and Anders is just brute strength, Pat.
Both these guys, yeah. This is going to be well worth the price of admission, whether you're at home or live in the arena.
Also on the same card, Roberto Sanchez versus Jerome Rivera. This should be a cracker.
Exciting through and through.
We know that LFA dominates the Access TV Fights rankings. It's great to see them making some more world title matchups, Pat. Really, these are going to be a fantastic few weeks ahead.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've got a few weeks off, Michael, but coming back with a lot of fireworks. Very excited about that.
So, folks, make sure you check that one out. Event as LFA is going to head to Houston, Texas. What a night it was here for LFA 13. And boys, this is the last time we're all going to appear together on the screen. And I want to say a couple of things before we do wrap up. And first of all, I'll start with you, Ron. You know, you've been an addition to the Access TV Fights team this year as our roving reporter. I'm going to hand the commentary baton to you. I think you're going to do a stellar job, outstanding job. I can think of no one better to take over. And it's been a pleasure working with you over all these years, brother. No one does it better, and I love you.
You know what? I love you too, Michael. I thank you so much for bringing so much enthusiasm, knowledge, everything that you bring to these broadcasts. I don't care if it's K1 in Japan in front of 40,000 people or LFA or whatever fight it is. You bring that same enthusiasm to these broadcasts that it's just infectious. People love it. I am honored to take over for the next few shows and see what happens next, my man.
Just promise you one thing, Ron. You'll keep your Eric Anders man crush to a minimum.
He fights, you know. Of course, I'm going to call that fight, you know. Former college football star, you know, me and my football.
Pat, my verbal sparring partner, my brother, words really do fail me. I mean, I think I've said it to you all in person, but I love you, brother. You know, we have a mystic tie that bonds us, and it always will. We've come to be great friends and brothers and verbal sparring partners over the year, and I've been doing this job working now for 20 plus years broadcasting. I've worked with a slew of co-commentators, color commentators. No one does it better, brother. I'm going to really miss hanging out with you week in, week out on the road. I really will.
Thank you, brother. I love you. And you know, I thought about it, the math, where I'm not a brilliant mathematician, but it's pretty easy to figure out. Over the past 7 years, I've spent basically a third of every year with you, so that adds up to over 2 years of my life. You and I have been together on the road. That's a lot of time. You are a brother, and because of that, you take that with you. It's not a lot of weight for you to put in your suitcase or on your finger, so take that back to Australia, and God bless you for walking away under your terms for your family.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Ron, it's over to you.
Well, you know what? I think you two are actually common law married after all this time on the road. But thank you, Michael. You know, you mentioned it. You've been doing this just here at HDNet and Access TV Fights for over a decade. Your combat sports career goes even longer than that, well over 20 years. And you have made an impact on so many people. Fans, fighters, managers, you name it. And a lot of them, before you go, wanted to send you off with some special messages.
How do I say goodbye?
A big shout out to my brother from another mother, Brother Mikey. I know that you and the family are headed home soon, so wanted to give you guys a big shout out and wish you all the best.
I wish you, Michael, all the best from me and my team Bullet.
You guys are going to be a happy family back in Australia with all your other family. I think it's a good move.
I am going to miss you, though. I am going to miss you.
The good times that make us sad.
Enjoy your well-earned time with your family, and congratulations on the newest edition. You are a legend, sir. Don't you forget that.
I think you maybe have made me seem a little bit better than I am with your commentary. And I don't know what I'm going to do with you not calling my fights anymore, but I wish you all the best.
It's Double J MMA. Just want to say thank you for everything that you did for me and for my big swing in Johnson.
I will wish you all the best for the future, and it was very nice to meet you. Take care.
You got all the trademarks, man. The Good Night Irene's, the Big Kibosh. There's just too many moments not to love.
Good night, freaking Irene. Mr. Chevelle, we're going to miss you, buddy. Good luck in Australia. Good luck with the new baby, my man.
Tonight, because I am so sad, I'm going to be taking more shots than an alcoholic. And good night, Irene. I'm not good at doing all that.
There's the lead hand. I told you. It's good night, freaking Irene. I told you, Frankie. I told you.
There's no doubt that we will miss your commentary at CES MMA. But more important to me, I'll miss your friendship. I look forward to seeing you down under, brother. Be well.
Oh, very emotional. Some beautiful words. And Pat, I think Pete Spratt wants to give you a run for your money as well. That was absolutely beautiful. And before I go, I do want to say thank you to a few very important people.
the people you never really hear about that really and truly bring you these fights week in, week out. These are the guys who make these fights happen. Without the guys I'm about to read their names now, these fights you see every Friday night, us looking and sounding so good would not happen. Without the likes of our EP, Jason Vaughan, who took over from the late Daryl Ewott. We miss Daryl a lot. And Jason, you have stepped in to be the EP and done a tremendous job. Chris Markwell, Josh Harper III, all the replays you see, the slow-mos, the replays, that's all the genius of Josh Harper. Roberto Rios, Wade Steiner, Will Montoya, AJ, Joe Emilio, Mike DeRoche from Sony, the slow-mos you see from our brilliant cameras, Mike DeRoche, week in, week out. And of course, he may be the youngest producer on American sports television, Jamie McClintock. My word, young fella, you have been a revelation, and I can only wait and see where you are going to be in 10 years' time, Jamie McClintock. Also, they're not here tonight, but Mark Raymond Jr., you're recovering. We love you, Marky Mark. Can't wait to see you doing all the ears and the microphones again in the future here on Access TV Fights, and also Doug Deems in audio. I blast those microphones out sometimes, and Doug Deems always makes me sound good. And boys, that's a wrap from me. You know, it's a great night of fights, a great way to see it off, and thank you especially to all the fans that tweeted along and tuned in, week out. It's been an amazing experience here in America, it really has, and I'm looking forward to going home.
God bless you, brother.